best way to prepare for an interview, two answers. One is not to prepare, in that you shouldn't be worried about exactly what it's going to be like. There's a lot of helpful information available online, on the university website, on the university's YouTube channels, that give you samples of interviews, give you a bit of insight, sample questions, what one might look like. But I think it can be quite easy for someone who's anxious about interviews to think, well, exactly what is it going to be like? And I think you really mustn't try to second guess that too much, because an interview is going to be a conversation about your interests that you're being guided through. You're being asked particular questions to put you to the test about what you want to study, why you want to study it.
I'm going to ask you just a couple of maths questions, just to see sort of your thought process and how you tackle problems, okay? Right. So imagine I have a car.
I found the interviewers that I got, they were very, very friendly. Even if I was like stuck on a question, they told me like, we can help you, we can give you hints to like drive you in the right directions.
That one's 0, that one's 70.
Okay.
Right. So I need to have this one be that when I add those three together and divide by 3, my answer is 70.
Right, so you just do 70 then.
When you read about Oxford interviews, like the image that is portrayed is that like you meet these super smart people that are going to ask you really, really hard questions and they just want to make you look dumb, but it's not like that at all. Like the interviewers actually want you to get to the right answer and they want to get the best out of you, because they know you're nervous, they know you're at this like university and you really, really want a place, and they know that you're scared, so they try to really, really help you with that. I would say for interviews, if you're ever stuck, I think just take a breather, take a sip of water and just focus on the question.
140?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And so the preparation that's required is being aware of the process of the interview. For example, for engineering science, we're going to ask a physics-based question and a maths-based question. And you have been preparing for that through your entire school career. The reason that you're at the point where you're applying to Oxford is because you've got excellent grades. And so when it comes to the interview, you just need to be able to think out loud, if that makes sense. We want to see how you approach problems. We want to see how you solve problems. And we're going to give you a problem and we're going to give you a pen and paper and ask you to work your way through it. We're going to start with something that everybody can do. And then it's going to get progressively harder. And what we're really interested in is not how far you can get, but what happens when you get to a point where you don't know the answer. And so then you actually have to try and work through it and think about it and problem solve while we're watching you.